extremely puzzling sometimes. This painting was up against the wall for a long while. It was done many years ago, and I haven't seen it. And times change and things change, but one day I looked at it and it took on additional meaning for me. And I have to assume, as I look at it now, that the activity is an autobiographic activity. In other words, this painting is loaded with stuff that I had embedded in my brain and just trying to work its way to the surface. My work changes quite frequently. The themes change. My conceptual attitudes about painting change. And this one has a specific spot in my painting history.
And that's Midnight Revelry.
Yes, Midnight Revelry. I really had no knowledge of what I was dealing with until I started to look at it again. And it becomes autobiographical. It has to do with the mysteries of my life and world. I can't be more specific about it than that, except that I'm amazed that the painting is so involved and every inch of it is so embellished.
And do you think all the overlaying is because of your textile designs?
Pardon? I think that the overlaying is because of the complexity of the material and the desire to incorporate incompatible materials together in one surface, on one surface. And so spatially, there's a lot of drama going on here, and it is episodic. It's episodic. I mean, it's dealing with a sequence of events in my mid-turbulent life. So that's it. I have no further way of describing it. It's just that I think it's provocative, and that's it. It speaks for itself. A lot of duality in the issues that are expressed here.
Do you ever have the desire to go back into your work and continue working on it?
More and more and more, and I find that a little disturbing because some of the stuff is real old, and I'd like to get back into it and enrich it, and it's a strange sensation. I like to think about these paintings as being windows into episodes. So once you step in, you're involved in a spatial entity and an emotional entity.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. You can sit and look at that for a long time.
It is very puzzling. Very puzzling.
Well, thank you, Donald, for talking about your work today. And is there anything you want to add about, your experiences at Black Mountain or paintings today?
I've done a lot of painting over the years, and there's a large body of very diverse work. And I hope it speaks for itself, and I hope it's of interest. And we just continue. It's an extreme fascination. Black Mountain introduced me to a world which was a rather unusual world in terms of the arts were so prominent and meaningful, and it was a good feeling. A community of artists was a good feeling, and they were all top flight at that time. So that's it.
Who was your biggest inspiration there, or who did you learn the most from when you were at Black Mountain?
What was my inspiration?
Who was your biggest inspiration there?
Well, it was a totality. It was just being around people who were devoted to art. They were just completely devoted to the work. They were serious American painters early in their years, and we had a mission. We had a mission. I mean, the arts had serious meaning. It was a different kind of time. rest of it is all anecdotal. I mean, there's endless stories about people who went on to become famous and their early days. And it's anecdotal, and it's like any experience that you have within a community. People are always surprising, and they're always exciting, and doing things, getting into trouble, getting out of trouble, and so on and so forth. So that's it.
So what kind of trouble did you get into?
I prefer not to remember. I think that early post-adolescent trouble, a very exciting period of my life, a period of extreme exploration.
So I know you're working on a new series of work. Do you know? I don't want you to have to tell what it is, but do you know maybe when it will be ready to show?
I like to draw and paint and do art about things that are personally and socially meaningful to me. And so I feel comfortable with figurative work, I feel comfortable with abstract work, it depends on what my mood. Right now I'm trying to find a way to talk about things of social significance. And it's very difficult to get a handle on it, but I spend a lot of time looking at the people going in and out of Walmart, for example, and trying to get a handle on what that's all about, that phenomenon, which is a mercantile marketing phenomenon. And so I'm trying to develop the imagery to deal with that. I hope I can do it. I'm not convinced that it's within my ken.
Is there anything you want to tell us about your process in creating images?
Well, only that I am very much involved with paint, and I'm concerned about the actual physical aspects of putting color and line on a flat surface, which is a painted surface. So there was a tradition, there's an art tradition that goes along with that. So I would say that while I'm busy trying to describe events and talk about issues, that I am very seriously concerned about color, line, in abstract, in a very abstract way. And no, I can't talk too much more about it than that. I don't know. It's all very mysterious activity.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing it.
I'd like to see what's going to come out.
Good.
It's all right?